everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I'm your yarn host, Jennifer. We're just doing a little bit of a yarn chat today. Tell you what I've been up to, what's happening, and how busy I've been. I'm a little discombobulated because I was supposed to do this earlier in the morning, but the school bus has decided to be an hour late. The school bus actually came to pick up my son after school started. So I was a little bit irritated by that. Excuse me. But we're just gonna go about our day. I was actually gonna make this video yesterday and my husband decided to get sick, so he had to stay home. And I don't make videos when he's home because I feel like super awkward. It's just, I don't know. I feel like he's watching. Yeah, I know all of you are watching, but it's different when it's my husband. So, pardon me. Cream soda. In case anybody wants to know, cream soda. It's actually small batch cream soda. Yeah, so if you guys hear background noise, I apologize in advance. It probably will be a fan sound if you hear it. I have my dehydrator going in the kitchen. I am making some beef jerky. It's my third batch and my third flavor. And the dehydrator's a little bit loud, so you may hear some of that. I've had quite a few complaints on some of these videos recently about background noise. People complaining about the crickets in my last video. People complaining about the dogs running around. Just silly nonsense stuff. So, disclaimer, there's background noise as my clock decides to go off. And yes, it's Christmas music. I have a Christmas clock. I love Christmas. Yeah, so let's get started with the yarn talk. I'm going to give my clock a minute to finish because it's loud. I don't usually film in this room, so we'll let that go off. And I'm not going to cut any of this because this is my life. Yeah, the clock is kind of funny. It was a gift from my mom. My mom's been dead almost 10 years now. It was a gift from my mom. My mom, when I was growing up, had a wall of clocks. And the reason we had a wall of clocks is because my grandfather, when he retired, decided to be crafty. And he started woodworking some things. And I actually have one of his clocks in the other room, and maybe I'll show that in another video. He would carve all these little tiny wooden pieces and actually build clocks that looked like buildings or houses or a church. He built a church clock, and they were gorgeous, and they all had these really nice clockworks inside them, and they were musical. And my mom had them all set so they went off exactly the same time. So when people would come and spend the night at our house, it would drive them crazy because every hour on the hour there would be music, and some of the clocks dinged every 15 minutes. And to us, that was just a normal sound, so we didn't even really hear it most of the time because it was just background noise of our life. And it drove other people absolutely crazy. And it was an entire wall. She probably had 15 clocks, most of which were musical, or at least made some sort of noise. Oh, I am sorry, my throat is. It says weather. It was in the hundreds and now it's in the 60s at night. And I sleep with my window open and the cool air is, it's messing with me. Okay, so now back to yarn. Now that the clock has stopped dinging, and I've described to you that that's why I have that clock. It was from my mother. I said I wasn't going to buy any yarn because the premiere sales this weekend and I'm saving all of my money. However, I went to several thrift stores at the urging of my husband because he was bored. And I found yarn and I bought it. This is not a big bag, but this is from more than one store. And most of it is cotton, and some of it is cotton I've never worked with, so that's kind of cool. I found Bernay Handicrafter, and it's the deluxe, and it is in the color navy marine, and it was $1. It was 99 cents. And I had a coupon in the car, which would have taken 20% off of all of these, but I didn't go get it. So I kind of, you know, some of these are a good deal, but I needed some cotton. And this is a pretty hefty skein for 99 cents. Let's see. This is 236 yards. So found a cone of cotton for $3. And this was a complete cone. This has never been used. It's a little bit dirty, so I think, and it's not stinky dirty. There's just surface dust on it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hank this up, wash it, dry it, and then recake it. So, got that. I'll just throw these behind me. Sugar and cream. This is the bigger one. This is the super size in white. And then sugars and cream denim. And these were all 99 cents or under. I got Crafter's Secret, which I've never used this before. I know this is Hobby Lobby. This is the color Fantasy. Got another Crafter's Secret in the color Caribbean. Sugars and Cream Super Size in the color Denim Twist. And this is the scented Sugar and Cream. And it's scented like aloe. But mostly it smells like an old lady's house. And then Premier Home Cotton. These are in separate bags because they were at separate stores, so bear with me. This is not, this is actually, I paid full price for that. Well, I used a 60% off coupon, but that has nothing to do with this. I bought that a couple weeks ago, but it ended up in here because my puppy took the cone out and tried to eat this, so it ended up on the floor. So it ended up back in this bag. You know how that goes with the puppy. And then some more Bernay Handicrafter Cotton Ultra Soft. And this is in the color Potpourri Ombre. It's just dots. But this kind of reminded me of, which is kind of ironic that this is in here, it reminded me of the Jelly Dots. The color a little bit. And this is my favorite. This is Premier Yarn. And this one actually is really clean, even though the tag is all torn up. And then one more Sugar and Cream. And these were all 99 cents. Some of them were 59 cents, which is a good deal. Got another Premier Home Yarn. Found some Deborah Norville Everyday. And this thrift store, all of their craft supplies, actually basically the whole store, but all their craft supplies were 50% off the price that was marked. And this was marked $1, so this was actually 50 cents. And it feels like it's a complete skein because like it's still tucked in the ends like it normally is. So this is the Deborah Norville Everyday Collection Anti-Pilling Acrylic in the color Beach. It's really pretty. That made me happy. I like getting Premier Yarn on sale. And Bernay Softy Baby. This was 50 cents. I actually have two of those. They're the same color, but they're a different lot number. So they're completely different colors. And then these are the last two I got. I got this one, which doesn't have a label, but this, again, it was only 50 cents. I recognize this yarn, and I can't remember the name of it offhand. I'm sure you guys will remember it. It's that fuzzy yarn. I think it comes in a cake now. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then another Premier, and this is the Premier Angel. And I have some of this in my stash. I think I actually have this color too, but this is only like a half a skein. But it was only 50 cents. So, even though I swore I wasn't going to get any more yarn, I couldn't pass those up. And those all, when you buy yarn from the Goodwill or the thrift store, do the sniff test. Do not buy yarn from the thrift store unless you smell it first, because you may very well come home with yarn that smells like cat urine, because that has happened to me before, and I learned very quick, smell it. Those all smell like, I say a grandma's house, but I've explained this to you before. The The only grandmother that I have ever known is my husband's grandmother. And when I say a grandma's house, that is a huge compliment because that woman is everything to me. She is my mother. She is my grandmother. She is my friend. She is someone that I know no matter what happens, I can call her and talk to her. She is just, she's one of those people that you will, once you meet her, you will never forget her. She is so smart and so full of wisdom from her life experience, which have not always been easy. But she will talk to you and she will tell you things that is almost like a slap in the face. Like, if you're having a problem, she says something that is so nonsensical to her, but makes, I don't even know how to explain it. She just has a way of saying things that obviously I cannot do. That she makes sense to you and makes you feel stupid at the same time. But it's because it's so easy to her, the answer, because of life experience, that you think, oh God, I'm so stupid, I should have figured that out. But she doesn't do it to make you feel that way. It's just, she puts it in such a simplistic way that you think, oh God, I should have thought of that myself. For example, I was having problems with my father before he passed away. And I was heartbroken by the way I was treated by people in the family. And she looked at me in my face and said, Jennifer, how old are you? And I realized exactly before she went any further what she was trying to say to me. And she goes, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm not trying to make you feel stupid, but how old are you? And I told her my age. I was 30 something. I don't remember. And she goes, you don't need a daddy anymore. He should look at you as an adult, not as a child. Don't fall into that child role. Common sense would have told me that. I'm almost 40 years old. I shouldn't be treated like a child. But it took her saying it to me like that to A, make me feel stupid, but make me realize I was being stupid. I felt stupid because I was being stupid. Okay, enough of that. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you guys way too many details, but I know that some of you like relate to this. So, yeah, I'm so excited about the premiere sale. I should probably have brought those out to show you. I went and bought the really big AC More reusable bags. I got 5. I want to keep my purchases in those 5 bags and not buy more than that. But my husband is still bringing black plastic garbage bags in case I buy more. But I do have a list of some of the stuff that I'm going to buy. I'm trying to be purposeful, not wasteful. So I want to go in there with certain projects in mind or certain gifts in mind. And I'm going to make another video today, so look out for that one, because I was going to have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway, but I'm past 2,000 subscribers now. I gained over 1,000 subscribers in 28 days. I don't know where all you guys came from, but I'm so happy that you're here. So hi, all new subscribers. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I try to answer all of your questions and comments, but some of them are like little emojis, so I just give you a little heart for those. Or some of you have been a little insensitive and you got kind of removed. I remove your comments if I find them offensive because I don't feed into drama. But most of you have been really kind and really just wonderful, fantastic comments. I don't know why my hands are up here today. I'm going to get back to the yarn, okay? I'm going to take a drink on my little Stitch cup. This was a birthday gift from my daughter. It goes in the freezer. It keeps everything cold. All right. I have made a lot, so put on your seatbelts. And this goes back to the premiere sale. I have been working my fingers to the bone trying to clear out my stash so that I have room for new yarn. And a lot of this stuff is not staying with me. It's either going to be put up for sale, or it's going to be donated, or it's going to be gifts, with the exception of stuff that's on this table. And as you can see, I made some really cute stuff here. So we'll start with my little table here. Okay, I made a pumpkin. I made about 10 of these last year. all sizes, all shapes, different yarns. This is actually the first golden pumpkin that I have made. And this is, I made this like a tube. So this is back loop, triple crochets to give the ridges. And then I cinched closed the top and the bottom. And I didn't close this all the way. Instead, I left it open and crocheted single crochets around here and then just made a stem. Easy peasy. Isn't that cute? I love these pumpkins. It still needs to get a little bit of form because it's funky, but pumpkins are not perfect, so, you know. Ta-da! And this will go with my collection. And when I get when I get some more time, probably after the sale, I'm going to clear out and decorate for fall and pull out all my pumpkins from last year. And then I made this little guy. Isn't he cute? Now, I don't have a pattern for anything that I'm showing you guys. I just, sometimes I will see a picture of something and I will go, oh, I'm going to make that. I got this idea from Ella from No Catchy Name because she was making Frankenstein bags. And I was like, okay, I want a Frankenstein head. I love Frankenstein. His name is Frank and Stein. So little Frank here, he has his cute little eyeballs that I got for my birthday from April. So, and then I just stitched a funky mouth on. And these are, oh, I forget what those are called. Drop stitches. Those are drop stitches. So instead of doing like a single crochet straight across, you just pick a random spot and you go down a row or 2 rows or 3 rows like here, and you stick the hook in there and pull up a loop and do a single crochet but in a different row. So you're actually pulling the stitch up. Drop stitch. See, and I put those all around his head because he's funky. Funky, funky. Oh, isn't he cute? So he's gonna go on my mantle. And then there are patterns for this. I believe on Ravelry. I got the idea from the pattern, but I did not even look at the pattern. A lot of times I'll see something somebody makes and I screenshot the picture of it. And then I try to figure out how to make it on my own. And that is what this was. This is a spider dressed as a pumpkin for Halloween. And these are just pipe cleaners. I got these for 88 cents at Walmart. Those black pipe cleaners. Let's see. It's a spider pumpkin! And this is Premier Yarns. Premier Yarn Everyday in the color Neon Orange. And these were on sale really cheap a while back on Premier's website. I think they were, I want to say they were 5 for $10. And I almost have all of the neon colors. But I actually got this orange in a mystery bag at the beginning of the year. So I just worked a ball up. And before I closed it off, I stopped right here and I sewed on the facial features. And then I stuffed it. And then I left it open just like I did with the pumpkin stem. I left it open and I attached the yarn. And then I started to crochet a ball. So you start off small and then you expand a little bit and then you decrease a little bit and close it off. And then I made his little hat and I sewed it on. I think Crystal from Crystal Crochet and Stuff should make some of these because I think she would enjoy it. And it's something fun, and I think her girls would enjoy it. And I know that she can make this just from me describing it like that because she's really, really talented when it comes to amigurumis. Isn't he cute? I'm going to make some more of these. And I have different color oranges, so I'm going to make several of those, and they're going to go on my mantle. My mantle gets all decked out for all the holidays. If you can see right now, I have my red, white, and blue stuff up there, which I haven't taken down yet because I'm waiting until I get the fall decorations out, and that is a whole ordeal. And I will do video when we finish decorating for Halloween because we go nuts for Halloween. Our house is like the Halloween house in the neighborhood. You'll see. And I get all of it on clearance. I wait until the day after Halloween and I hit up Home Depot and I hit up Lowe's because stuff is like 70 to 90% off the day after Halloween at Home Depot and Lowe's. So I have those really big blow-ups that I paid like $14 for, and they're like $100 blow ups. So I just told you guys my secret. All right, and then I made this. This is a pillow. This is so cute, okay? This is Pompadoodle yarn. This is. And this is Hobby Lobby yarn. It's called Turin, Turin. And it's those really big skeins that were $19.99 that I paid, I think $4.99 for. And so I just, you can see, this is what I did on the front, with the exception of, I took the Pompadoodle, and I don't have any over here, but the Pompadoodle is yarn, 4 inches of yarn, and a pom-pom. 4 inches of yarn and a pom-pom. The whole skein is like that. So what I did is, I crocheted around, oh, there's a perfect example. That's what I have to sew that in. That's what the yarn looks like. And then it's attached to a pom-pom. And that was supposed to be tucked in. And you crochet around the string. So you do the single crochets around and around. And I worked in the round, and just whenever a pom-pom popped up, I worked around it. And that is the design that happened. And then I made the back doing just concentric circles, and I single crocheted it together here because I wanted a ridge. And then there's a pillow. Super, super cute. My daughter loves this. Actually, both my kids love this. And I have more of this, so I'm going to make several more of these. I think I'm going to make one for her room. The only thing I don't like about this Turin yarn, it is super, I don't know if you see, it's super pilly. It is so super pilly. I mean, it just, and this is just from it being on the couch and my daughter laying on it. So that's going to be one thing that irritates me. There's dog hair on it from the dogs, but so that's just some of what I've made since the last video. There's more. I have been going crazy. I made a scarf. This is just me trying to bust my stash down a little bit. So what I did here, I made a lattice work here. Let's see if I can open it up so you can see. Made some lattice work there with a solid panel on either side. It needs to be blocked just because of the way this works up. So this is actually 3 rows of, I think, half double crochet. And then I did the lattice work, and then I did rows of double crochet, and then the other end has the lattice work. So see, I think it's really pretty. There you go. Made a scarf. And like I said, I'm not keeping hardly any of this. I'm just gonna move my cup. Ooh, that's good. If you've ever had Sprecker's cream soda, it is kind of like a mixture of Sprecker's. And Sprecker's is a homemade, it's a small manufacturing company that makes cold brew soda, and I think they're based out of Wisconsin. So you can find them in Wisconsin, you can find them in Michigan if you're lucky, and maybe Minnesota. They're really a small company. So if you can find Sprecker's cream soda, that cream soda is like a mixture of that and Faygo cream soda. And Faygo is a Detroit-based company, so there you have it. Then I made a cowl. And this is yarn I got from Michael's, I think. I don't remember what it's called. Copenhagen. Just a cowl. And this is half double crochets all the way around. Isn't that pretty? I think that this might be a gift for somebody. I don't know. And then this, I actually have more of this. This is a hat I made out of the same yarn as that pumpkin. And it's Michael's Loops and Threads, I think. I got it really cheap. This is just a hat I kind of designed myself. It's not perfect. And the star stitch always goes way in on me, so it always seems to go in. Oh, that's the seam. There's this wonderful seam. Anyway, this is something I've been working on. I I really like textured hats. So we have a mixture of stitches. We have baubles and why can I not think today? What are you called? The raised, I can't think of it. Anyway, you can see. And then we have the star stitch, and then the raised stitch, and then this is another bumpy stitch that's created by doing single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, and then the next row, put the double crochet on top of the single crochet and the single on top of the double, and just that, it creates this cool texture. That's my hat. So, ta-da! It's a little bit small, but I have a really large head, so most of my hats don't fit my head because they're for normal sized people with normal sized heads. And then these I'm gonna keep because they're really big and they're made for people with big heads. Ooh! Take my glasses off. Just made some headbands. See? Oh, I might leave that in. That's kind of cute. This little knot up at the top. Oh yeah, that's gonna stay. And then I made a green one. And this one does not have a knot, but it has an indent right there. So, and that one was just double crochets. It was one row. And that was it. Because I like having a little bit of, you know, something up there. And then I made some washcloths. This is just a circle one, but it's got the bump stitches in the middle, the puff stitches. This is another skein of yarn I got with the cotton. So I made that washcloth, and I made this washcloth. Very simple. And then I made Tunisian washcloth. Oh no, that's not Tunisian. That's the moss stitch. This one's Tunisian. This one is the Tunisian knit stitch because I'm still working on my Tunisia. I'm still trying to learn. Look at how pretty that is. Is that not gorgeous? Oh, it looks like it was knit, and it's really, really thick. It is. This is the same amount of yarn that it took to do all three of these in one washcloth because it's so thick. And the back looks like normal Tunisian. See the front? It looks like it's knit. How pretty is that? I'm so obsessed with this. I'm gonna make some more of these. I used a bigger hook than what was recommended because if you don't, it curls really bad. As you can tell, it wants to curl. And then to help work with the curl, I work a single crochet on the wrong side, and it helps to pull the fabric back. Isn't that cool? This is my washcloth for my bathtub because it's super thick and squishy and I like it. Alright, so washcloths. Oh, here's another washcloth. And this is not quite square, not quite round. So, see? Da, 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 da. And these are, not, like I said, nothing I have done has a pattern. And if you want to see, this is my crochet hook for my Tunisian. I got these really cheap on Amazon. Alright. Now we have this baby. I was asked about this because it was in the background of another video, and I meant to show it in the last video. So this one I made a couple weeks ago, but I never got around to showing it because I forgot. This is a giant wrap. And it is wonky, and it is not straight. This is one of my failure projects that I meant to show you in my failure video. So it's wonky. It is wonky. When I was crocheting it, instead of going in and out, I totally have fiber in my mouth. It was going to the side. Don't know why. My stitches were where they were supposed to be, I thought, but it just kept gradually going. So instead of doing a rectangle, it was doing some weird, I don't even know. And instead of frogging it, I started adding stitches to this side and taking away stitches on this side to get it to come back to where it was halfway normal. So now it goes. I don't care because it's mine. Nobody else is getting this one. This one's mine. The dog's getting excited for me. Alright, and what happened was I had this yarn I found at the thrift store. It's white with all these pretty polka dots, right? And it is Yarn Bee something or another. It's Yarn Bee. No, I love this yarn. I think it was I love this yarn. Anyway, it was Hobby Lobby yarn. And I thought, oh, I have 2 skeins. That's going to be more than enough to make a wrap. And then I got to here and ran out. Not quite big enough to be a wrap. From there to there. So I went back, and that yarn is discontinued or wasn't available. But what's crazy is I couldn't find it anywhere, and it was online for way more money than I was willing to spend. And I watched a video that very same day of Crystal from Bag O' Day was in Hobby Lobby. She actually reached up and grabbed the yarn I needed. And I'm yelling at the TV, I need that yarn! Crystal, buy that yarn and send it to me. Of course, you can't hear me. So what I ended up doing, this is the same yarn, but it's in a different colorway. So if you see it up close, this is more blue. This is pinks and gray dots. So this one has all different colors. This one has pinks and grays. And then this one has yellow, purple, pink. It's totally different. So if you start on one end, it's more blue. And this end is more pink. You can see side by side. But I like it. And it's mine. And this is for those cold nights when it's chilly out in the fall, but you want to sit on the porch still and maybe crochet. Or we just got a new patio put in. You want to go sit in the backyard by the fire on the patio. And you just wrap it. Instead of having a big old blanket, you just have this really nice shawl. Just to keep you a little bit extra warm. And I really, really, really love this. Even with all its mistakes. And then I put Karen Simply Soft Party yarn in white, so it's the sparkly, as a border. And this is just rows of half double crochets, double crochet chain one, half double crochet. And I did a pattern of it, so see there'd be 2 rows of that, and a thick spot, then 2 rows of that. So that's my wrap. This one's mine. This one's not going anywhere. I wouldn't do anything with it anyway because it is full of mistakes, but I still love it. I don't care. Let's see, we're at 32 minutes already. Oh my goodness, I better pick up the pace. A lot more to show you. Oh, you guys have already seen that. I've already seen that. Made a hat. This is clearance yarn I got from Hobby Lobby. It's just a very basic hat. I don't remember the name of that yarn. And then, oh, I love this set so much. Whoever gets this set, they just better know that I love them because this is one of my favorite. Oh, see, I keep showing you guys the seam. And this is another hat like the other hat I showed you, to where it's got the bump stitches and the star stitches and the cables. That's what they're called, cables. Cables. See? All the different textures. And let me show you. See, now I gotta take my headband off. This hat is so pretty. And I made a matching cowl. Oh! Beautiful. How pretty is that? See, I might keep this. This is me. So pretty. That is my favorite. I had another set that was blue that was similar to this, but the second I posted it on my Facebook, it sold. So it was gone like that. Must have been pretty. And then I made another cowl, and this is just half double crochet back loop to give you the ridges. Cowl. Matching head ear warmer. Goes with the cowl. We're almost done, guys. We're almost to the bottom of my box. I made a red one. This actually fits my head and is a little bit big. So I don't know who's getting this one because I made it way too big. And a very basic matching cowl. This will probably go to a man just because it's big. But it's cute, right? And if you get really cold, I'll wear it in a pinch. And then we have this cowl. And again, it's got the textures. So you got the cables, the star stitch, the I cannot think today. You know these, the bump ones. Puff stitches, whatever you want to call those. And then another ear warmer. Another ear warmer. And then I made this ear warmer. And this cowl. This is my neon yarn. This I found at the thrift store. This is Red Heart Super Saver Day Glow. If anybody has any of this in their stash and wants to send it to me, email me because I love the Day Glow. It's this one right here. Red Heart Super Saver Day Glow. And then see, I did star stitch, cable, bean stitch, cables, star stitch, all the way through. And then this is probably staying with me because I love color. And then my son, who has a giant head, I made him a hat. This is the Day Glow too. Yes, my 5-year-old has a head that is almost as big as his mommy's. I'll show you guys up close. It's really hard to see the stitches with this bright yarn, but it's got the star stitch and the cables. Got all kinds of texture happening. So that's his hat. He loves this. Loves it, loves it, loves it. And then, this is something I designed. It's like a little neckerchief. It's had a little bit of the neon yarn left over. So I made a little neckerchief. Pretty. Pretty and colorful. You can wear it off to the side if you want. Just for a little pop of color. See? And this was granny squares, really. Granny squares, and I put some shells in. And I did granny squares, and I put some more shells in. Granny squares, and I put some more shells in. So that is what I have been up to. And I will clean that up when I turn the video off. So I have been so busy between crocheting all this stuff in the past, what, week and a half I've done all this. And I'm on my third batch of beef jerky, and beef jerky takes like days to make because you have to create a marinade or flavoring, soak it, and then you have to do the dehydrating process. So I've done that, and my flavors are Korean Kobo. I believe it's Kobo. There is a type of beef jerky that I found at my local, it's called an international supermarket, but really it's just, they specialize in Asian food, and the couple that runs it is a little old Asian couple. I believe they're Chinese, but I could be wrong about that. And they have all kinds of Asian specialties, and they have this one specific type of beef jerky that is so good. And I think it's called Kobo. I might be wrong about the name. It's Khobo. And it has flavors of Chinese 5-spice, and there's a spiciness to it, so like a red chili, and there's garlic in it, and it's just, oh my god, it's the best beef jerky I ever had. So I wanted to recreate that at home, and mine is really close. My recipe is really close to what theirs tastes like. So I cooked that, I made that yesterday, and my daughter loves wasabi. She loves wasabi. So we made like a wasabi sesame type flavor that kind of tastes like the sauce that she puts on her poke. I know this is probably all it's probably all foreign terms to you guys, but unless you really like Asian food. And I made her the wasabi sesame flavored beef jerky, which actually turned out really good. It's spicy, like you can taste the spice in it, and the wasabi is just strong enough that you can taste it, but not like overwhelming, because I do not like wasabi. I'm not new. And then the flavor that is in today is carne asada. So it's like really good Mexican meat. That's all. I'm not gonna tell you what's in it because it's a secret. but my beef jerky is really good. And then when the beef jerky is done, I am going to dehydrate some chickpeas because they get really crunchy, and they are a much healthy alternative to some of your other crunchy foods. I season them. I like them Asian flavored, so I put a little bit of Chinese 5-spice on my chickpeas and some garlic, and I dehydrate them, and then you pop them in your mouth and you crunch on them like a nut, or like they kind of have the texture of peanuts if you don't overcook them, but maybe a little crunchier. And it's like a crunchy snack that's an alternative to like chips or crackers or even nuts that are full of fat. These are not. And so I'm going to make some of those, and then I'm going to dehydrate some pineapple because that's another good snack my kids like. And then if I have time, sometime during this week, I will also make them fruit roll-ups, because if you take applesauce and you put it on the special tray for your dehydrator, it makes fruit roll-ups, and my kids love them. Love them. So I'll be doing that as well this week. I got a lot going on before the sale this weekend. I hope I can get it all done, but I have faith in myself. Even if no one else does, I believe I can do it. So, alright, I think that is all I want to share with you guys. There will be a giveaway video coming up, and the giveaway will be Premier Yarn. Whatever the prize is for my 1/2000 giveaway subscribers will be stuff I buy from the Premier Yarn sale. So that should make you guys all happy, because we know that Premier Yarn is the best. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up so I can make my giveaway video. I will post that maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. You guys gotta tune in and see. And you're not gonna know what the prize is because I haven't bought it yet. And then this weekend, I will be filming at the Premier Yarn sale. I got an amazing email from, I think her name was Clara at Premier Yarns. She emailed me about the sale. I couldn't believe it. It was the sweetest email, and it made my whole day, and my whole face lit up when I read it. They are super, super nice, and I'm really looking forward to go to the sale. I'm really looking forward to meeting people, and like I said, if you guys are going to be there, come say hi to me. We'll take our picture. I'll put you in my video if you want. It'll be awesome. And I would ask you to please say a prayer for Miss April. April from April Crochet and More, I believe, is her channel. I always mess it up. I'm sorry, April. I'm so sorry. I know it's April. I watch all your videos. You know this. I think it's April's Crochet and More. I will link her below. Say a prayer for her. She's got some medical issues that I don't want to discuss, but she needs prayers. So I ask, if you say a prayer for her. If you don't pray, have a pleasant thought directed towards her. Send energy into the universe for her. Whatever you believe, I know that she will feel it. Okay? So that's my little love for April. And I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a fantastic day, and stay tuned for lots more content. Yay! All right, bye.